Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So for today, I'm going to actually be doing a makeup 101 type of video. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of just diving in because there is so much to makeup. I know that these videos aren't gonna cover everything, but I figured I would do a start to finish of my tips and tricks of makeup. So it'll be split up. For today's video, we're gonna be talking about the eyebrows. Also with makeup, there's no rules. So yeah, I guess we'll just jump into it because there's really nothing left to it. I could explain myself for a long time, but we can just go ahead and get into the video. One thing I'm not is a girl that has twin eyebrows. I guess none of us really do, but mine are not even quite related. I don't think they know each other very well. I've been trying to get them to get along, but they don't like each other. So my eyebrows have been a struggle for ever since eyebrows became a thing, popular thing. Growing up and doing makeup as a teenager, eyebrows weren't very important. Nobody cared about it back then, back in the day. But 2013, 2014 rolled around and eyebrows became very popular. It's kind of a staple now. Of course, everybody's brows are on point at this point, but mine definitely aren't. So anyways, like I said, my eyebrows are asymmetrical, very asymmetrical. You see this one goes way higher, this one sits way lower, this one has a little bit more of an arch, I guess, but it's also round. This is just roast the eyebrows video. And then this one is a little bit more of a straight arch vibe, which I do like. So what I do is try to just kind of make the brows somewhat symmetrical. It's really hard to make them the exact lineup because that's just not how they sit. So I also have found that the least product, the better. The more product I use, even if it's, you know, just to try to make things symmetrical, isn't always the best. I don't like a harsh brow on me. I already have dark brows, so I just want them to be a better shape. I don't want them to be too much deeper and fuller or anything like that. I typically use brow pencils, and a couple of my favorite ones are this J-Cat Beauty Pro-Cision pencil, and this is in brown, and I'll probably be using this one today. I also have been really liking the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in neutral brown. Very comparable to this. This one's $5. This one's about $8. There's also a NYX Micro Brow Pencil in, I believe, soft brown. That's very comparable as well, but that one jumps up to about $10. That one is really nice. I also used up this Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil, which was a little bit different. It was kind of like that Anastasia angled one that they came out with years ago, and I was actually using this one every day until I ran out of it, so I might have to pick this up again. I got it for like a deal for under $4, but it's got to be around that price. I actually really have been afraid of brows. I tried eyeshadow fill-in, I tried pencils, I have never tried pomades, I have never tried like a liner, and those ones I might need to try them. They might change the game for me, but I've just been sticking to pencils because, like I say, I kind of like a light brow, and I've kind of gotten to my wit's ends with my brows. So I'm just like, make them kind of, you know, kind of even, make them kind of shapely, and then I go ahead and move on. So I never film my brows on camera, but I figured I would today. And lately, something I've been doing before doing the fill-in is using this e.l.f. Wow Brow, and this is in the shade Neutral, and this is about $4. It has fibers in it. I don't know if you could tell, there are fibers in there, and so it kind of just creates more fullness to the brow. And typically I don't use like a brow setter until the end of my makeup, but yesterday I did this first and I kind of liked it, and it kind of created more of a map for my pencil. So what I've been doing is just kind of going straight up in the front, and then just going with the brows towards the end. And I kind of have these like longer bushier hairs at the front. I just have to like play with them until I figure out what I want them to do. But I really like the way this stuff kind of moves the brow. So I don't know if you could tell the difference, but it just kind of volumizes everything. So for the pencil, we're just gonna use the J-Cat one. I've got about one more use left. And what I focus on is just this under front part of the brow. I basically aim for it to go straight across on each side, and that's pretty much that. That's pretty much what I have found to be easy and helpful, like more flattering, just having a little bit more definition in the front. And a tip is to keep your pencil or your brush or whatever you use at the end of it, like hold it from the tip, because you're gonna have a lighter application and it's just gonna make things go on less harsh. And like I said, I mean, don't roast me, but my eyebrows are just not they're just not even cousins, so we just gotta work with it. So that's kind of the gist of like the underlining of the brow. I don't really do too much more. I just fill in where it's a little sparse and make it so where it goes like a straight across underneath. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the tail of the brow. This one's a little bit more full than this one, so I think I over plucked over here or something. I've never gotten my brows done by anyone and it would probably change my world, but I've only ever tweezed my own eyebrows and that's about it. I've, you know, attempted to grow them out a little bit, and this is for the most part as much as it gets. Obviously I could grow them out and it'll grow up like hair all the way down here, but no shape, you know what I mean? And then right here I'm just kind of trying to define this little arch a little bit more. I definitely don't want to add too much. I found that for me, adding a lot on the top kind of ages me or makes it look more harsh. There's a lot of things that make me like look harsh, so I definitely always try to go for a softer look. Something else about my brows, obviously I think this is like my better brow. It just has a little bit better of a shape, and I like the way it kind of has those more coarse hairs in the front, you know, and it goes a little bit more straight. This one doesn't go quite straight. So sometimes I do a little bit of a line at the front, so it kind of goes towards this angle instead of all this angle. I do have to keep it very light-handed and keep it very close to the last brow over there, the last hair over there. If I go like all the way out here, I don't like that look. I don't think this is a good enough product, or this isn't the type of product to do those brow-like strokes that everybody loves. So I don't, you know, add too much in the front. So you'll see now, I don't know, is there a difference? You'll see that the front of the brows are just a little bit more filled in, you know, got a little bit of arch, straight. So yeah, that's basically what I do with my brows. I know they're the farthest thing from on fleek. I figured I would just share it because there might be someone out there who has the same eyebrows as me and has the same struggle, or just doesn't really know how to achieve anything. I'm kind of just doing my best. It's not the best, but anyways, one thing I'll also do is clean the brows up. Lately I haven't been cleaning them up, but when I do need to, I will, and today I will. So this is the Ben Nye FB7 brush, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in Fair. I just like to use a little bit more of a thicker concealer type of product because it doesn't get too wet and slippery and make me accidentally get liquid cream all up in my brows. It stays kind of thick, and so just doesn't move around as crazily, just a little bit more control. And then I like to also use my finger to kind of just blend it into the skin a little bit better. I really don't do like a whole carve out of the brow. I just clean up underneath. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't make a difference, but it just is this personal satisfaction feeling when I like cleaned that up right there. It just felt really good. And this is what that cream contour looks like, and I've been using this shade recently. Just the lighter one, whatever. So that's kind of what I do for my eyebrows. I hope that this did help someone. Figured we'd start off with that. If you guys have any requests, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. I have a whole series of these makeup little lessons that are going to be going up, so be sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss out. I'll catch you in my next video, and I'm sending you all the love and all the good vibes. I hope you have a great one. Peace out.